Hello, Capricorns, and welcome. So today we are going to explore 2026 using tarot cards through the 12 astrological houses. And this is more of a big picture reading, not monthly predictions, showing basically which energies may be active in different areas of your life. And we are also starting with a overall theme card to set the spiritual tone for your whole year. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let this reading guide you, your focus and your growth for 2026. And yeah, let's start. So as I said, we're going to start with a overall theme card for 2026. 2026 for Capricorns. Oh, you have two cards. And you have number 36, Telepathy of Terra Mater, and 19, Solve Polluti 741 Hertz. Okay, we'll put them both here. I'm going to take now all the tarot cards for each house, and then we start your reading. So for the first house, for Capricorns, which energy can you show us for the whole 2026? Okay, we have the Chariot. Great. Okay, second house. We have the Queen of Wands reversed, and we have the Lovers. Do you want to come which way? Okay. Third house. And the Four of Wands. Fourth house. Fourth house for Capricorns in 2026. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Okay. For the fifth house, the energy for 2026. We have the Six of Swords, sixth house, for the sixth house, we have Temperance, seventh house, Eight of Cups, we have the Ten of Pentacles for the eighth house. Now for the ninth house, ninth house, we have the Four of Swords, and you fell right on top of it, the Eight of Swords. 10th house, the Hermit. 11th house, This is a lot. If you could please give us 1, 2, max 3 cards for 11th house to best sum up the year. Okay. The 9 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. Okay. And 12th house. There we go. The Page of Wands. Okay, all good. Page of Wands. All good. So let's start here with your oracle cards. And starting with number 19, the Solve Polluti, I was checking the oracle, and I will read you just here the first paragraph, as it speaks about tuning your heart tuning into your heart to navigate toxicity and negativity, basically, and engaging in self-healing and creating a sacred space for you every day. It basically says to tune into your heart and you will be able to find your way through any negative or toxic situation. Engage in self-healing and space clearing. Commit to regular practices that help you connect to your inner light. Your light shall not be overcome by any darkness or negativity. Take time to clean your heart and mind of negativity by focusing on the divine beings that bring joy to your heart. It is appropriate for you to desire your own personal and sacred space and access it daily. And here it adds that the frequency of 741 Hz cleans things up. Solve polluti is a Latin expression which means to clear pollutants and toxins. This frequency focuses on clearing, freeing the hold of negativity, and allowing the natural way of bright, beautiful manifestation to unfold. And then we have the number 36, telepathy of Terra Mater, which says that the pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally, following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart, even if it seems improbable or unattainable. It will manifest successfully. So, based on these two cards alone, they are suggesting that 2026 is going to be a year of inner alignment, of self-healing, of trusting the natural and sometimes unpredictable flow of your life path. Okay, so we are going to start with the first house, which is connected to the self, identity, how you show up, your personal presence, confidence, the way you navigate life. And for this you have the Chariot, and this is a great card to have right off the bat on the first house, because the Chariot is all about direction and control, determination, harnessing opposing forces and making it work in the same direction to reach a common goal. It basically symbolizes triumph through focused willpower and discipline, right? So it shows here that 2026, it begins with a strong drive to take control of your life direction. Perhaps you will feel more motivated to assert yourself and to move towards your goals. And coupled with the card number 19 of the oracle, this is about aligning your actions with your heart. Not just your ego. Is not about getting to the summit of the mountain just for the sake of it, just to be the best, because it's actually aligned with your divine path, right? And it's using that determination that you already have wisely in order to navigate the challenges, in order to make both opposite forces working together, right? And a lot of it sometimes is really just focusing on not letting the external toxins, and that can be any kind of thing or situation that lowers your energy, in your presence. Meaning, sometimes just a simple fact of clearing our environment, of getting rid of the things that brings us down, that lower our energy, that can be oh, I forgot, addictions. That can be and addictions can be anything, right? That we have no longer control of. It can be even a mental pattern. It can be just, binge watching series every night. It can be whatever it is that has an influence in your life that is not positive, and that you, at the moment, it's stronger than you are, basically. So the fact that you are starting the year with a Chariot, it really brings this energy of self-control, of redirection, of taking the matters into your own hands, and really just, it can be just about clearing these shadowy aspects in order for clarity to come in, basically. We have the telepathy of Terra Mater, which speaks about the power of Mother Earth as well, how it can turn a caterpillar into a butterfly, basically. And it is about that. It is not about bringing more things for the caterpillar to be able to evolve. It's about letting her shed whatever needs to be shedded in order to create a new form. So I think this is how you are starting your year. And then we have the second house, which is the house of money and values and self-worth, and it governs your finances and your material possessions, your personal values, your self-esteem. And here you got two cards, actually. So you have the Lovers, which is alignment. It's a choice as well. It's harmony when it comes to your values and financial decisions. But you also have the Queen of Wands reversed, and this can show misalignment. It can show lack of confidence or scattered energy, basically. So I think that when it comes to the themes of the second house, you may face choices around these finances or these values, and these are choices that will require your discernment, right? I think the Queen here is more as a warning rather than anything else, which is to really step into your full power and use your discernment. Some energies, they might feel off balanced, and they might be trying to show you a need to reconnect with confidence and clarity before you take any decisions, right? You are inspired to trust the ideas that come to you, to trust the value of the decisions, to go with what feels right in your heart, because you can manifest things successfully, even if these are ideas that seem unusual. But you have to be in your full power so that you can take the right choice, take the right decision with discernment, basically. Moving on to the third house, you have the Four of Wands. And the third house connects to communication, learning, daily interactions, local environment, close friends, siblings, neighbors. And the Four of Wands, it signifies celebration, harmony, and supportive environments, right? It's a successful card, it's an inspiring card. So I think that when it comes to this, you are going to experience joy and stability in the way you communicate, in the way that you learn new things on your local projects, in your community, right, with your neighbors. These kinds of collaborations, right, with the people who are close to you, with your siblings, for example, within your community, basically, it's going to feel supportive, and it's going to feel like you can expand on those connections, basically. You are also invited to create mental and emotional space free from negativity, and this will help you to think more clearly and to communicate more clearly when it comes to these relations, basically. And then we have the fourth house, which is all about home and family and emotional foundations, and our inner foundations as well, and emotional security, right? And here we have three cards. We have Three of Pentacles, which speaks about teamwork, collaboration, building something solid, building the structure. We have the Four of Pentacles, which is also a card that speaks about stability, holding on, a little touch of rigidity. And then we have the Two of Wands, which is a card that speaks about planning and foresight and envisioning the future, right? While still holding to what we know, to where we are, basically. And so I think that in 2026 you might be feeling focused on building stable foundations at home, balancing collaboration with others within your family life, basically. It seems like there's a call to plan for long-term emotional security and to plan as well, or to start laying the foundation for a fulfilling family life, basically, or home life. And that can also be with yourself, to also start putting in the work in building harmonious inner foundations when it comes to your emotional self, when it comes to your own stability, basically, your own self-confidence, your own confidence in your abilities to make things work in a certain way. It's about this organic growth, right? That will lead you to a place where you'll be in a better position to accept and embrace unexpected opportunities when it comes to home or family, let's say. So I think this is what 2026 is getting. It's like this opportunity to build this inner foundation, or this collaborative foundation, in order to achieve a long-term emotional security, basically. And then we have the fifth house with the Six of Swords. And the fifth house with the Six of Swords, it speaks about creativity, romance, pleasure, self-expression, all tainted by themes such as transition, moving from difficulty toward calmer waters, mental or emotional progress. And so I think that you are invited to move creatively and emotionally towards new forms of joy and self-expression. You are perhaps leaving behind old patterns of rigidity, of frustration when it comes to romance or to hobbies, right? You are being called to listen to what your heart actually, to how your heart actually wants to express itself, basically. Perhaps romance is also in transition, right? If there have been patterns or emotional limitations in your relationships, perhaps this year is inviting you to gently move towards greater emotional openness, right? You might find inspiration in unexpected places, or new people, or creative projects that bring a sense of calm and satisfaction after this turbulent phase that you are going through. And as I was saying, following your inspiration and your heart can actually lead you to fulfilling outcomes. Yeah, so I think that's it for house number 5. So now for the 6th house, where we have temperance. And temperance, it's all about balance, harmony, integration, moderation, right? It shows the need to blend opposites and to take a measured approach, and it's actually very much in line with the Chariot, like this notion of the opposites that come together for something greater, basically. And in the 6th house, it governs the daily routines, the work habits, health, wellness, how we manage our day-to-day responsibilities. So here you are being encouraged to find the equilibrium in work and health, for example. Perhaps there will be challenges that will push you to reassess your daily habits. Perhaps you've been overworking, you've been neglecting your health in some way, or maybe you are forcing yourself into routines that don't actually match you, right? And instead you are invited to create harmony in how you structure your day, to integrate personal care and work and your wellness in a balanced way, basically. You are also being asked to be patient and to allow progress to unfold gradually, basically, so that you can stay flexible, because that will allow you to adapt without losing balance, basically, to avoid extremes, basically. All right, let's move on to house number 7. And the 7th house is basically about close relationships, partnerships, right? Committed relationships, one-on-one connections. And here we have the 8 of Cups. And this indicates walking away from what no longer serves. It's an emotional transition, and it's all about seeking deeper fulfillment. So perhaps you are coming up to a point in your life where there will be a turning point in personal or business, even partnerships. And some relationships, they might feel stagnant or unfulfilling. And this will prompt you to leave behind patterns that limit your growth, basically. It doesn't always mean ending a relationship. It could simply mean redefining boundaries, changing expectations, or stepping back in order to gain clarity of the whole situation. The 8th house on the 7th house, sorry, the 8 of Cups in the 7th house, it's the kind of energy that encourages you to reflect, to align your connections with your authentic values, right? To be guided by the heart. Where and how does your heart want to evolve as well? It reinforces this idea of creating the sacred space, of clearing the negativity, because in doing so, you're making it easier, you are facilitating this navigation of such emotional transition, basically. It's as if you are being invited to take this step back, to release what's not aligned with your heart, and to create basically the space for a more authentic connection. And then we have coming up the 8th house. And the 8th house, it's all about intimacy and transformation and shared resources, right? And intimate bonds, or this psychological depth. It has this psychological depth to it, basically. And we have a 10 of Pentacles reversed. And 10 of Pentacles is usually a card about legacy, about being prosperous on several levels. And here reverse, it can show a certain instability. Perhaps you are re-evaluating something, you are reassessing your long-term commitments. It's as if you are being asked to reconsider shared finances. You are being asked to reconsider your intimate bonds. You are being asked to reconsider those deeply ingrained family patterns. There could be a sense that structures which once felt secure are now shifting. And so this invites reflection, recalibration, letting go of attachment to outcomes. It could also be connected with this choice, with having to step into your full power, being conscious of what you want, being confident, and having the discernment to make the right choices. Here, with the telepathy of Terra Mater, you are being encouraged to trust the organic timing of things. Perhaps the changes will feel unpredictable, but they support your soul's long-term fulfillment and your authentic path. So in 2026, I think that your shared resources and intimate relationships, they may shift, but if throughout that situation, throughout that transition, you let go of the rigid expectations and you trust the process and you allow transformation to unfold naturally, then you will be in a position where you will be much more aligned with your soul mission, with what you came here to do, with your own evolution, basically. And then we have the 9th house, which is about expansion and beliefs and spirituality. And here you have the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. These are basically cards of mental restriction, feeling trapped or limited. It's about the need for rest, for reflection, recovery. It's a bit of a void space, right? We are not yet ready for action, basically. It's as if our ghosts are still the ones leading the way. We are not yet full aware. So perhaps you'll experience blocks in beliefs or philosophical understanding, right? Perhaps everything that has to do with the big questions of life, you feel like clarity is not reaching you. Perhaps you are feeling mentally constrained when it comes to exploring spiritual views, right? Or paths or practices. I think here, once again, the important part is the advice to clear out negativity from your mind and heart, and feeling the reassurance that you should be following inspired ideas, right? Because that will gradually expand your worldview as well. And do take the time to rest. I understand that it's important to keep achieving, to keep on going, but we can't go on an empty cup, on an empty battery. We have to stop and recharge. And you are being asked exactly that. Allow yourself time for recovery as well. You have 12 months of evolution. It's important to sometimes stop and rest and reflect on what's important. What are your core beliefs? Why are you doing all this? What's your why, basically? It's also when we rest that the brain has the time to put things in place. If we keep on going, there's no time to simply absorb and let things sink in slowly. So it's important as well to release mental blocks and to trust that your spiritual and your intellectual growth, they are unfolding naturally. Even if it might seem like it's taking some time, it's happening in divine time, and that's quite important. And this house also has to do with long distance travel, for example. And here again, follow your heart. If you feel like you are having a year where you rather spend your holidays at home resting, that's valid, that's okay. You are not obliged to go and take 8 hours flight to go on holidays, right? It's holidays is supposed to be whatever makes you relaxed and fulfills you. I don't know why I specified so much on holidays, maybe for someone in particular, but that's what came. And then we come to the 10th house. And the 10th house, it's all about career and public life and your reputation, achievements, long-term goals. And here we have the Hermit, which is a major arcana card. And it symbolizes introspection, guidance, wisdom, and careful planning, basically. So I think you are invited to take a step back in career or public life in order to evaluate your goals, your responsibilities, or even the path forward. But I think now you have come to a point on your life where you are at the top of the mountain, but from here you can see that there are other mountains and there are other summits and there are endless paths that you can take. And I think now you are in a position where you can actually take a step back and reflect, okay, which path does actually make sense to me? Which path do I want to take? And that is something that no one can answer for you. And this should not be considered as stagnation, not at all. It should be considered as a strategic reflection, right? Because this solitude, it allows you to gain perspective. It allows you to align with your values and to plan your next steps with intention. And that's the most important part of it all, because you are planning your future, basically. Still here connected to the telepathy of Terra Mater, you are being encouraged to trust unpredictable opportunities. Sometimes the next career step may appear suddenly or through unconventional means. Maybe you reach the top of the company you're at, and now you can choose some other company to jump to, right? You can meet someone who just opens you the door to some other domain, basically, that you haven't even thought about before. And it's important for you to maintain your clarity and your emotional balance and your discernment so that you can better navigate this. And then we have the 11th house. And this house has the 9 of Wands and the 4 of Cups reversed. And this is the house of community, friendships, social networks, aspirations, your vision for your future, right? What are you building? How do you see yourself in 5, 10, 20 years, basically? And we have cards that speak about persistence and resilience and protecting boundaries, new opportunities, emotional openness, re-engagement with life. And so I just kept my attention kept on being pulled to the fact that here the leaves are still on the wand, and here the leaves have been blown away. Um, and I feel like there's a message there and it's not coming to me. I think I know, because 9 of Wands, it's all about persistence, resilience, right? Keeping on putting the work. You have a purpose to it. You know why you are doing things. And then the Four of Cups, which was reversed. So it's all about a new opportunity, right? You are no longer focused here. You are no longer disengaged. You are no longer in apathy, but now you are ready for this new opportunity that can come in unexpected ways, which is what we mentioned during the Hermit, right? Maybe you meet someone new comes into your life with a new opportunity that you never thought about even. And this comes because of all the work you've been putting in. It's like all of these leaves, all of this step by step, all of the effort, the countless hours you've put into it. It's like they are blessing and they paved the way for this new opportunity to come in. So I think that you might go through some tests of resilience when it comes to social circles or with your long-term goals. And I think that some connections, they might actually challenge you, and they will require you to be firm on your boundaries and your persistence, knowing that opportunities for growth and for renewed engagement are coming to you, and they are coming to you quite unexpectedly, I would say. And so this is a time to discern which social connections support your heart and which do not, basically. All the while remaining open to new networks and to new collective projects as well. That's quite important. And trusting the organic shifts in your community or your group or your collective projects that you might be inserted in, basically. So to sum up this house, it's all about staying resilient, and to open yourself to new opportunities, because they are coming in, and they are coming in is not by sheer luck, but it's thankfully too much information at once, but it's thanks to your resilience and to the work that you have been putting in. Okay. And lastly, we have the 12th house, and we have a Page of Wands. And the 12th house, it's all about our inner world and healing, and the subconscious patterns, spiritual exploration, right? Endings as well. And it seems like such a heavy energy sometimes. And then we have the Page of Wands, which is this light and butterfly-like energy. Is like curiosity and enthusiasm and exploration and inspire new beginnings, right? So I think that you might find inspiration in inner work or spiritual exploration, basically. Because the Page of Wands, it does bring this fresh energy of personal growth. And since it's happening on your 12th house, I think this will come after some of the challenges, right? Here we spoke about how you need to rest, how you can't just keep going at it, because then is no longer organic. You can no longer have this enthusiasm for life, because you are completely out of fuel, basically. So I think that once you have conquered this, let's say, you get to this Page of Wands energy and this creative expectation, basically, this spiritual curiosity, this fire, this desire to learn more. I think it will be all about staying curious and open to your inner growth, basically, to explore these new ideas, to through it all maintain your clarity and your sacred space, and your organic evolution of your spiritual path, basically. It's about remembering that small steps can lead to profound transformation, basically. That's what we see here in your reading for 2026. So to close your reading, dear Capricorn, looking at this spread as a whole, we do see some clear themes emerging, right? You are moving from this moment of rest and reflection that you find yourself and that you have to respect as well in the 9th house, to renewed curiosity and enthusiasm in the 12th house, right? And this shows a spiritual and a personal awakening, right? We see as well that relationships and social connections, they are being recalibrated, that old attachments, they are falling away, basically, that you are creating space for what truly aligns with your heart, that your creativity, your daily routines, and your career show a natural flow, right? And it is exactly the respect, the following of this inner joy, of this balance, that lead you to external achievement, let's say. And to bring it all in, at the core, your personal power and decisions are guided by heart-centered inspiration, even when your confidence wavers a bit. So if I can leave you with one advice, would be to work on your self-confidence, to trust the organic unfolding of your life, to clear any sources of negative energy around you, to stay receptive to the unexpected opportunities that will support your soul's purpose, right? To follow these inspired ideas. All right, Capricorns, I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments. I wish you a 2026 full of love and peace and joy and amazement and success. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. I wish you a lovely day. Bye bye.